What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon so far. NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm going to talk about the New York Football Giants, and namely, one of the draft picks that's getting a lot of praise from national scouts and media and other general managers out there for the great selection that the New York Giants made during the late rounds of this past 2023 NFL Draft. And no, it's not first-round pick Deonte Banks. It's not second-round pick John Michael Schmitz or third-round pick Jalin Hyatt. But instead, it's former Tennessee Volunteer and Oklahoma Sooner running back Eric Gray. And a lot of people are saying that this was one of the best picks in this past NFL Draft in terms of mid to late round picks going forward for the New York Football Giants. In fact, The Athletic listed it as one of their favorite selections during their 2023 all-draft pick team. And they went on to say, when everyone departed from the Senior Bowl, I told myself this would be a draft which a back like Gray would be pushed into day 3. He probably should have had a 3rd or 4th round grade, but I also wouldn't have taken him much higher than the 4th given all the running back talent. In another year, and maybe even last year, he's a 3rd round pick easily. The Giants, who still have one of the best 3-down RB1s in the game in Saquon Barkley, added a terrific change of pace option in Gray, and the Oklahoma product can catch and has wiggle room in terms of running low to the ground. And obviously, with him being 5'10", 210 pounds, has a little bit of that Maurice Jones-Drew type of overall ability. And he's a guy that stays low to the ground. He's very good in terms of going right up the middle and can even catch the ball out of the backfield. In fact, with the terrific numbers that he recorded last year with the Oklahoma City Sooners, and even before that when he was playing with the Tennessee Volunteers. Eric Gray is a terrific running back, and a lot of people are giving the New York Giants a lot of praise about this 5th round rookie that they selected. And he's a very mature player that has had some production, which Brian Daboll went on to reiterate. He does have good hands, and how that sorts out will be up to him. He's going to be a good, solid change of pace back for this New York Giants team that is loaded now in the backfield, when you also have not just Barkley, but you got another veteran that has a similar role to a guy like Eric Gray and Matt Breida, who the Giants brought back on a 1-year deal, as well as Gary Brightwell, who's more of a north-south runner, a guy that's going to hit the hole and be able to go right up through the middle and pick up those big yardage up the middle in terms of the short yards for first downs. And both of whom have a leg up in Brian Daboll's offense because of the fact that both Brightwell and Breida, along with Barkley, played in that New York Giants offense last year for Big Blue in the season. Gray, like many other Giants draft picks, is a team-first player, and this is what Gray had to say. He thinks that football is my only opinion. I think you go out there and you work hard, you do what it takes on and off the field, and you let your body take over when it gets out there. I like that mindset from Eric Gray. And a lot of people, including the Big Blue crew, whether it's GNation Inside Sports, Big Pat Sports Talk, Big Dash Nose, J-Lay, NYG22, Adam Costas, Mac the Giants fan, Ms. Sevi Mizrahi, Classified 3F with Joel, everybody from the Big Blue crew, including myself, see a lot of correlations with another late round pick by the New York Football Giants all the way back in 2007, and that, of course, is Ahmad Bradshaw, who actually turned out being one of the best New York Giants running backs in the history of the franchise for what he did as being a 7th round pick for the New York Giants out of Marshall. And that dude was a terrific pick, and he ended up being a starting running back and led the New York Giants to 2 Super Bowl victories during his tenure with Big Blue from 2007 all the way until about 2013. Maybe that's exactly what the Giants are going to be getting from a guy like Eric Gray, who he's not going to have to go out there and be the primary guy in the backfield. He's going to go out there and he's going to be that change of pace back. Barkley is going to be more of that north-south runner for the team, even though he can also be a receiving back out of the backfield. But Barkley is going to be more of the north-south up the middle type running back, and you bring in a guy like Eric Gray, who can be able to be the east-west guy and be able to catch the football out of the backfield. He can run north and south at times. He can run east-west. He's a good change of pace back for this offense. And if you don't get the type of production you got from Matt Breida, you can bring in the 5th-round rookie out of Oklahoma who can go out there and do the job and be a solid option for Big Blue in terms of their running back grouping going forward into this upcoming season. And I can understand why the Giants and Giants fans and personnel are very high on this young running back out of Oklahoma and why he could potentially be the future of this New York Giants running back rotation, depending on what happens with Saquon Barkley. A lot of Giants fans believe that Barkley will still be here long term on this roster. Not sure if I completely agree with that yet. I think Barkley and the Giants are still a little bit away from signing a long-term deal, but I do believe that Barkley is still going to have a major role on this football team going into 2023 and beyond, and I still believe when it all is said and done, the Giants and Barkley will come to some type of long-term deal, as a lot of other Giants fans have said, and he will be a New York Football Giant by the time we get to 2023 and beyond, and Barkley will be locked up to a long-term deal, and you could have a two-pronged system with Barkley and Gray as your dual running backs going forward into the 2023 NFL season and beyond, and especially with all the speed you have at wide receiver and the depth with guys like Paris Campbell, Jalin Hyatt, Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Sterling Shepard, Isaiah Hodgins, Colin Johnson, Bryce Ford-Wheaton, whoever you want to throw out there. Giants have a lot of depth at the wide receiver position, Jamison Crowder and Jeff Smith too, that the Giants are now going to be able to utilize their running backs in this type of offense that they've been wanting to do, because of the fact teams are not going to be able to sit down in the zone and try to lock up and put 8-9 men in the box to try to stop the running game, because you got to worry about that speed on the outside with the New York Giants wide receivers and of course Darren Waller and Daniel Bellinger at tight end. So I like this. I like the pick of Eric Gray. Am I over the moon with it? We'll see. I like Eric Gray. I watched him in college at Tennessee and Oklahoma. I think the kid has got some skills. I think he's got some good north-south running and east-west, and can be a good threat out of the backfield as a dual-threat running back. But at the same time, I have to see what this kid could do and how quickly he could pick up this Brian Dable and Mike Kafka offense, and if that could depend on how much playing time he might be getting going into this upcoming NFL season. And also, want to thank everybody that was there yesterday for the New York Giants and Football Friday show, and special shout out to Next Shift Randy, Coach Ed Gladney, and No Mets, No Nets, No Jets for the super chats they gave me yesterday during the live stream. You don't know how much that meant to me, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me throughout my journey as a YouTuber, and thank you very much for that generous donations that you guys gave during the live stream yesterday. So I want to give a special shout out to you in this video. But hit that like button if you haven't already, and give a sub to NYGJeffyT85. More news, updates, and chatter surrounding the New York Giants. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short dropping on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. And let me know in the comment section what you think about Eric Gray and his potential role going into this 2023 NFL season for Big Blue, and if he could end up being a major X factor for this New York Giants football team going into the 2023 NFL season, and why you could see the comparisons between him and a guy like Ahmad Bradshaw, the former running back for the New York Giants back in 2007, and why they similar type of skill sets could correlate in the New York Giants and Ahmad Bradshaw, and Eric Gray potentially being a match for this football team going into 2023 and beyond for the New York Giants. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic and amazing Saturday overall. Take it easy, and as always, let's go New York Football Giants. Together Blue, everyone.